congratulations for winning the
Thank you.
hackathon. That's very cool. Had you made pages before?
This is probably the second or third page I've made. The
Yeah.
first one was having access to the Lovable or learning about it through your 360 pass.
Okay.
And just for fun, I thought I'd try it out on my phone. So, in the website I created for this hackathon, one of the pages featured is the Mystic Sisters. That was just random prompts put into Lovable, and it just created this masterpiece.
Oh, yeah, that's
So,
right.
that
That's why
was,
we love it.
yeah,
That's why we
that's
love it.
exciting. So,
Yeah, so I'm gonna bring up your winning page here. I think this is it. You tell me. Do you see it?
yes,
You see it? Okay, great. Is this yours?
yes, this was
Okay,
mine.
amazing. Look as professional online as you are in real life. This is from one of our prompts. And how did you, so we had prompts in the hackathon. How did you make it your own?
Well, I took some ideas, I checked out other people's pages, and then got a little bit of an idea and put it in either chat or Authority X Pro to see, what else can I do with it? What else, how I would like it, maybe rewrite some of the text. The buttons are a little bit different, and then even comparing to the other web pages, I ended up adding a photo of myself that
Yeah.
wasn't there before, and even the photo that I had originally, the lighting wasn't great, so ChatGPT actually really helped to recreate it with better lighting,
With
and
their
it didn't
image
have a
too, right? Their image
mm,
too is so good now with the images.
yeah.
Yeah. So you just put the picture, you just uploaded the picture you had, and then you said
Yeah,
what to ChatGPT?
I can't recall exactly, but I said, you know what? I want this photo in my web page, make a better version with lighting in it. And it put the plant in it with the box while I was
Oh.
still sitting on the bench working on my laptop. And it just highlighted the lighter area because it was pretty flat before.
Yeah.
So it touched it
That's
up that
cool.
way.
I love that. Yeah, I think people are still sleeping on the Chat GPT image too. It came out a
Mm-hmm.
few weeks ago. It is really good because I used to make fun of Chat GPT's image stuff. I'm like, this is not it.
Yeah.
And now it's much, much better. Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
want to be as helpful as I can be because you won this contest. Is there anything that you want to ask me?
Yes. I mean, I could deep dive into tech and website creation,
Yeah, anything you'd
but
like.
my original of a school community called the Reawakening Portal.
Okay.
And I help entrepreneurs, leaders, healers, coaches to overcome imposter syndrome, visibility, and money blocks. So I'm curious how I can combine these because I love them both. I mean, webpage great for visibility as part of the visibility um, hypnotherapy that I do. I'm a rapid transformational therapy practitioner
Okay.
and Reiki master.
Okay.
So, I want to be able to combine these skills to help others. At the moment, I created a quiz, a recode card deck that I realized Claude can do.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been playing around with that.
Oh, interesting.
Using all these new digital tools or be able to create some to help support what I do and create an offer out of that, perhaps. At the moment, I do have the source code reset, which is a one experience. Um, with weekly follow-ups, and I have been using Authority X Pro, which is amazing with all these ideas. and and I completely cleaned up my Skool community because of that, because I had probably 10, 20 endless offers. So
Yeah.
really dialing it down so I'm not having like 20 courses in my classroom. So
Yeah. Well,
it
yeah.
really helped me sort all that out.
I love it.
So I dialed it down to uh, freemium plan with a premium offer of 27 to start per month for read codes. Well, let's start with the free. The free is biweekly decodes. I help people diagnose what is the cause of the problem, whether it's visibility, procrastination, and every other week would be a different topic. The recode, when people sign up for the premium, they get the recode every other week or the same week. I haven't quite decided yet. So then they get to, once they find out what the cause is, they get to rewrite what that code is that's been installed and that they've adopted throughout their lifetime so that they can move forward and create the results that they want in life. And then
How
the
is how is
VIP,
how is that
mhm,
delivered before you get to VIP? Is that delivered through a voice message or how do you deliver the recode?
they're delivered live in the Skool platform. So I would have the events
Good to
live
know.
so people, I can guide them through it all. And
Oh,
I
interesting.
record it all. And if they want the recordings, only 24-hour access for the decode, then it goes to the vault with along with the premium. And any recodes would all be in those vaults there,
Well,
including
you're
everything
saying,
from the past.
oh, sorry. You're saying that the recodes are available to the premium members who pay
Mm-hmm.
27 a month, but then you say there's only 24 hours of
For
replay that
the
goes to the vault that goes where?
decode. So the decodes are free. They're the diagnostics every other week, 24-hour access. If they
Got it.
want more than that, they have to buy or upgrade to the premium. So they get everything in the premium that they can use. Rewatch on their own, listen on their own. Um,
Yeah, smart, smart.
yeah,
So you're just saying two different words. That's why I didn't catch. You're
yeah.
saying a
So
decode
decode and
and
recode.
recode. So decode is free, but 24-hour access
Yes.
or live. And
Mm-hmm.
then recode costs the monthly or the premium. And then what is VIP?
VIP is 150 per month, and you get to be the spotlight. So I'm going to be interacting with you with feedback back and forth, like a regular experience with others that would be watching at the same time and benefiting from that. So rather than my one off offer.
Yeah, understood. So I totally get that. But how does that turn into monthly? Do you like, let's say 20 people signed up for that. Can you do 20 of those a month and then you do them every month because the person paid for that first month? Or how does it start to really play out?
I'm thinking it maybe once a week, so then people get a chance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So it's they
yeah,
basically
I'm not sure
get
yet.
to interact with you. You do your work on them, but it
Mm-hmm.
is like shown to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any one-on-one private things that you do?
I do. It's called the source code reset. So it's like a full experience where I do give, it's about 3 weeks, get one session for 90 to 120 minutes, and then a weekly follow up plus bonuses. So if
Yeah.
they need a workbook or whatever it is that to help keep them accountable to actually listen to the audio for the at least 21 days
How
and
much
some
does that cost
prompts.
today? Can always go up.
497.
497. Okay. I mean, I personally, I don't, you didn't ask me to like reconfigure that, but I personally feel like the, unless you just have a ton of people who are already in that VIP, stop me. But that VIP, I feel like that needs to be a one-time thing where they get to be featured. And it's like a bonus for being VIP. But the
Mm-hmm.
VIP itself could be what you do in that 497. It's
Mm-hmm.
just done, they get that in it and they get to be a feature at some point in the first 3 months or something like that. So it gives you enough time for it to really work and maybe something else that you would do. And that's 2000. Like it's like, I mean, it's, let's say it's 150 it's let's say that it is 1500 or 1499 or 1299, but it's 150 a month if you want to do it in payments, right? So you could put it at that last tier, the VIP tier. I just think having those four options, if I get to choose, I'm choosing the one with you for 3 weeks because tell me if I'm wrong. or tell me the answer. What is the benefit of me doing my thing highlighted?
The benefit is which they get to rewatch the entire
Yeah, but they could do that
experience.
if you did that one-on-one. What is the
Mhm.
benefit of that person who you're showcasing? What is the benefit of them being highlighted?
The benefit of them being highlighted, that's a good question. I wasn't sure what to create for the VIP.
Yeah.
So I
Couple things
kind
you can
of,
do. How many people are in
yeah,
your free membership today?
77.
Love it. Couple things you can do. One thing is you can just decide, and what I said before, which is take that 497 offer, loop it into that, or get rid of it's on its own. It's part of this offer, and maybe
Hmm.
it's on sale for 997 for the year, and then you have it for 150 a month still. But to get that 3 weeks with you, and they get to, if they want to be highlighted, they can do that because, and they get that first dibs, which would be cool, instead of it being like, this is what you're paying for. It's more like that's the bonus that you're getting. And you kind of incorporate that one-on-one with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? Like the 497, everything that's in the 497 goes into the VIP. And then they also get the bonus of you can be highlighted, which you find a way to really explain why that's a cool thing. And then maybe you add one extra call or something that happens 6 months in or something, right? And if it, you could even have a bonus for someone who pays in full versus who does monthly because you're not sure if they're going to stay. And then that's a package. That's what I would do. A second option you have instead is to simply ask your 77 members, I am putting together our VIP package or I'm reconfiguring it or however it depends on what you've already said to them. What would just make this a no-brainer for you? What would you love to see in it? I did this inside of your first 5K back when it had 2,500 or 2,000 members, and now it has 30,000 plus. And it gave me so much rich information that I then, everything you see in 360 is incorporated from that, which is my VIP, is incorporated from that with my own spin to it that they didn't even know they wanted, right? So I would really take advantage of that ladder you have with the
Hmm.
tiers instead of having this separate 497 thing that, because then everything could be about getting everybody into those calls on the freemium and letting them know what is possible.
Hmm. So instead of the 497, because that was the first offer that was created, but instead of 497, it'd be
Yeah.
like 150 a month or like, I don't
I
know,
think I think
19.
what the way that you do it, and this is what like people that I work with who make a lot of money, okay, it's it's harder to keep people in monthly. So it's almost like the
Hmm.
monthly is the downsell, even though it's the thing that is shown to them when they come in. It's like, no, this costs 997 for the year, or it costs 1497 for the year, or it costs 2000 for the year. But if you need to do it monthly, you can. And it costs more. It costs more over if you do that for 12 months, but you can always, inside of Skool, you can always upgrade. And when you upgrade, let's say you're monthly for 2 months, because it helps you kind of ease into it. When you go to upgrade, you actually get that 150 or whatever monthly amount applied to the annual. So that person can feel good about spending that because they get the last payment they made. Not all of them, but the last payment they made goes towards it or prorated depending on what part of the month. So the psychology is you're looking for people who are not nickel and diming on that VIP. If they don't
Hmm.
have the money, they can do the premium, and the premium is going to take them really far. It's 27 a month. It's awesome, right? But if they want that one-on-one with you, that more like, let me get you to where you need to go, and we, because I've seen so many people make more money after they get like spiritually aligned, or like, they get that, you take away that stress about making money and that money alignment. I totally know that world you're in, and it's valuable. It's
Hmm.
super valuable. Someone's going to probably go on to, potentially go on to make tens of thousands of dollars, if not more. So you're not going to nickel and dime them on the VIP. It's like, do you want to get aligned? costs $1,000, costs $1,500. Or it's okay if you want to get to trust me over time and do it monthly. Personally, this is just me. I would only have the annual option on VIP.
Hmm.
I would personally, that's why I did it for so long, because I was like, I don't want to have to convince somebody month after month after month to
Yeah.
stick with me at this tier when they have so many other options down here, you know? So you
Hmm.
may even think about that. I don't want to confuse you and kind of not confuse you because you're getting it, but like I know that AXP said something else, but I don't want to take you too far off track. But I personally think looking at it with human eyes, I really do think that you have this, you're kind of you could just have this table full of great food. And you have the buffet over here that's free. You have, okay, now you can get from the menu, that's the premium. And now you have like, let's bring in the caviar.
Hmm.
Caviar is over here. It costs what it costs. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. That's okay. And you're treating everybody equally. But
Hmm.
this person is getting there faster.
Hmm. So maybe the annual plan
I
and they
would
have,
I would personally do the annual. Yeah.
hmm, and then every 3 months you get spotlighted at least once, and it's one-on-one,
Yeah.
full on.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because it's like think about what we're doing right now.
Hmm.
The one-on-one part of getting the help is the most
Hmm.
important part. And then yes, if it gets used as content later, that's awesome too. And then that they might want to be spotlighted so that they maybe they have something that they want people to know about them, or maybe they want people to see their transformation. There's a lot of reality shows out there that are about transformation because people
Hmm.
like to share that with the world. So
Hmm.
that's an incentive. It could be for them, posterity, all of that, attention. It could be anything. But that's what you kind of have to tap into to understand what would be their motivation. Once you know their motivation, then you can know it's either one, you know, what then you can know how to speak to them. And like you can talk to the 77, which will one day be 300, which will one day be 1,000. And you can say, you know, I found that 2% of the group likes to come over here, and this is why they do. So the person can just know your marketing could be so precise, your videos could be so precise. And that's what I do all the time. I have a lot of people who pay me a ton more money than everybody else over here pays. It's like, okay, I have a $45 a month thing now, right, with 360. But I
Hmm.
have people pay me like 10, 20, 30,000 with like one phone, like one call or looking at a video for 30 minutes, a VSL. Because all of those people are represented in your audience. All of those people exist in your audience. You just need to know how to talk to each one and what each one needs to get what
Hmm.
they need to go to the next level.
Okay. I'll
Does that
definitely
make
have to
sense?
figure that out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not too much. I mean, a good thing that you could do, or a good thing about this, is that you can test a little bit. So
Hmm.
nothing has to be permanent. You know, you can test a little bit of, I'm doing this special for the next two people, the next three people. I'm going to do a 997 version of my $1,800 a year or two or 15, whatever. Again, you have to do the math. Um, and you get this bonus, call everything a bonus. So then you see if it's attractive to people. If they take you up on it, then you decide, do I want this to be a bonus forever or do I want it to be part of the full thing? Like, how do I want to play this? So it's just a little bit
Hmm.
of experimentation. Don't want to take you too far off. An alternative to all of this is keeping it as is, seeing how that works for a few weeks and seeing if you like it. 100%.
Hmm.
I just wanted to give you something because it seems to me that you have the low hanging fruit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to do with the VIP.
Hmm.
And then I had that extra one off, but then wasn't sure how, because then every time I do the one off, then I have to sell again to get
Exactly.
another one off.
So instead of
Right.
that, you just have it as part of the natural tier. You're asleep and somebody's
Hmm.
looking at a video in your classroom and has been told that you can get this if you click over here to your
Hmm.
plans page. Or what I do is, and you notice in 360, because you're in 360, I think you're in 360, right? You're in
Yes,
February.
yes, I am.
Because you're in 360, you don't see the lock that's on the 360 that you would have seen the first day. But that
Hmm.
lock is there. And every time someone goes to the classroom who is not in 360, they are reminded that they are not in 360. And
Hmm.
so that day, that's why every single day someone is leveling up because they're like, oh, let me go ahead. I don't want to be locked out of that anymore. Let me go ahead and go into it. So that's what you're doing. You're creating the tiers, but that's not where it ends. You create the tiers, then you have these calendar moments that are only for that tier. So people are like clicking on it and they can't get into it. You have the classrooms that are only for that tier. So people are clicking on it, they can't get into it. And it's maybe even being linked off or spoken about in videos that are trainings. Like in my summer school, I talk about 360. Summer school is free, but I talk about 360 and I talk about Authority X Pro because that's a decision you can make. So for
Hmm.
yours, your VIP, it's just about getting it kind of okay, like getting it to 80%. I think this is
Okay.
what people want, or maybe I'll even survey a few people, but I'll get it to 80% and then see how people behave and then adjust accordingly.
Okay. Yeah. No, that sounds good. I wasn't sure what to create with it. And I'll ask my group again what they want to see, because I've done that before, and they all of them like they want the recode.
Yeah.
They want the transformation
Love it.
essentially.
Love it.
Because I was giving like 30-40 minute for free just to get testimonials. Now I'm
Yep.
like, okay, like the premium, you only get like 40 to 45 minutes each time, but the VIP, you get the full an hour and a half or two.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
like
mean,
that's a huge.
that content, by the way, if you can do a couple more for free and say, I'm doing this for free, but in exchange, you have to let me use it on content, then you have YouTube videos, you have clips, you have shorts, you have reels, and people are gonna, I want that. I want that transformation. Even if you get it edited that has that 30-second transformation, it would be just really good stuff. Really good stuff.
Mhm.
I would look into that if you haven't already.
Should I record the entire thing and post the entire session, or should I just do
I
like the 40-minute ones?
Yeah, I don't know how it looks or what goes on during it. I would say, I would hazard a guess that there are people who would want to watch the entire thing. But if you feel like that gives away too much of your secret sauce, you might not want to. Because what you can do is just the transformation. You go on Zoom, you record the first 5 minutes, you get a little bit of what they're dealing with, because again, you got their permission. You pause it in the top right corner, and then towards the end, at a time that you've reminded yourself, you press uh, record where they're reacting to something that you said or getting the last bits of it. If you feel like that's a little bit more complex, but it or complicated, but it works if you feel like I don't want to give away a whole thing. Now, if you're like, well, free people who are in my free membership are seeing the whole thing for free, then it can work on YouTube. And there will be people who sit there and watch an hour of that and they will be your most loyal. They will be the ones who want the 10% of people who make it to the end of one of those 60-minute videos are going to go into your free membership and go right to where they can pay you.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting because right now the decode is 24-hour access, but what if I use that as YouTube instead?
That's right.
And that right,
That's
because that
right.
I planned it so that it's cut off, so you're gonna have to want to buy the premium or the VIP because you're
Yes.
gonna want to take care of this now that you figured out what the cause is.
Yeah, I think what you do is you don't have to have every video that you do in that on YouTube. You just have every once in a while you use one of those videos and maybe you record an intro and you say this is from a decode session. And then you say, watch it all the way through. If you're interested in more inside of my free membership, I do these on a weekly basis, and maybe you can be one of the people who goes through it. And I do one-on-one. Take a look inside of the classroom, right? So you're telling them what you want them to do. That's the call to action at the beginning. Add it to it, and then they feel like, oh, I'm watching something that, it's like sacred. It's interesting. It's like, okay, I'm seeing the behind the scenes. And then they understand because you told them there's more of this afterwards.
Mhm.
Mm.
All right, I'll be starting a
Okay.
YouTube channel then.
Yeah, well, I think so. And at the beginning, you're not going to get any views or a lot of views. Okay.
Hmm.
Keep going because you're building the foundation of assets. That's it. Don't worry about views at all. Don't post a bunch. You could post 1 to 4 videos when you first start, but just post maybe one per day or one per week. Don't post a bunch, right?
Hmm.
And you're just building, 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 building. And then there will be something that matches. Now, please, because you're in 360, go through my YouTube training in
Okay.
360 so you can have the right uh, thumbnails and the right titles so that you don't do all this work for nothing.
Okay.
You really need to dial in on those. And you can post inside of your first 5K and ask about it when you get there if you get a little stuck. Of course, Authority X Pro can help you, etc. But I think that is really going to help you. Then, once you do that, go into either have somebody edit for you or like edit the shorts or plug it into Opus Clip, which is a AI website. Opus Clip, put the URL of a published or or unlisted video that's long form into it. 15 minutes later, you'll get 10 to 20 short clips.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
That sounds amazing. I thought I had to do them all. I've been
No,
trying and that got
no.
so
That's
complicated.
there are YouTubers. I mean, not YouTubers. There are people who have done so well with shorts. They only record 2 hour podcasts just so they can pull the clips from it.
Hmm.
They don't even care about the long form. Now, I'm big on long form. Long form is where it's at. That's where you get paid the most. It's everything. But this is how you just take one piece of content. You probably already have one that's sitting in your vault. Take that, upload it to YouTube, let it do its thing. Either make it unlisted or published, but publish it only if you have the thumbnail and title right. Take the URL, put it into Opus Clip, and 15 minutes later, you're going to have 20 clips that you choose from. You don't put them all up. You choose from, you trim and
Hmm.
curate.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Well, it's been great talking to you. Congratulations again for winning the
Thank
hackathon.
you